Welcome back to the Teeniest Pinecone. It's Jess, back not with another plan with me, but with a flip through for the year 2021. I mentioned earlier in the year that I would be doing this. Now is the time. If the audio is different, it's because I'm recording this directly onto my phone and not with my usual mic. So apologies if that's the case. But anyway, getting right into it, this was the dotted, I don't remember how many pages, it was like 195 or something, but it's like the Midnight Celestial cover from Archer and Olive. This is probably my favorite notebook that I've had so far. It's so beautiful. I'm actually not sure if it's still in stock on the website, but if it is, I will definitely link it down below. So opening right up to it. Okay, so this was not my very first bullet journal, this was my second, and I still had no idea what I was doing. This was my very pathetic first attempt at a grid spacing guide, and it worked for what I needed it to at the time, but wow, is it sad. And of course, this was at pretty much the start, well, not the start, it's 2021, at the height of COVID. This is when this happened, so pretty apt if you ask me. Also a sad at a glance. This was actually, I've talked about Fleetwood Mac before, that they're one of my favorite bands. This was Stevie Nicks dedicated. And also Amanda Rach Lee dedicated. I think she's the one who had this theme, and I kind of altered it a little bit, but I really, really liked the moon phase. Oh, and you see here it kind of jumps a week. That's because the pages in this actually fell right out. My ACOTAR theme. I kind of want to do another ACOTAR theme. I was really proud of this. If you've read ACOTAR, you get it. You know what this is. I don't even have to tell you. I wanted to draw his wings, but alas. I still really did not know what I was doing. So, I mean, you know, bare bones, I say it's pathetic. I don't actually mean it's pathetic. You do whatever is gonna work for you, and that is absolutely fine. But for me, I wanted this as a way to get back into art. On top of my ADHD brain and being horrible at organization, on top of wanting it for that, really the main goal was to get me inspired again, and this was just not cutting it. I was really disappointed in myself, but I think I made up for it later on. Again, not quite an ACOTAR theme, but featuring Elaine Archeron. She's my girl. This one I really enjoyed. If you've seen my NaNoWRIMO video, which I'll link above, you'll see that I did something very similar with the door. And this was inspired by Amanda Rach Lee again. I think it was the same month too, her May kind of fairy tale Fredbert theme. So I stole this from her, absolutely. But I really like how it turned out. This theme I would love to do again, maybe a little bit differently. I love the contrast between the shimmery gold and the kind of bluish green. So I would love to try this theme again. I love the idea that like the whole spread could be found in an old book. So I really want to try something like that again. You'll see as a theme throughout really all of my bullet journals that I have so far, tracking my habits and my moods is not a strength that I have. This one I stole directly off of Pinterest. I'm not gonna take any credit for this. not my idea. I drew it obviously, but directly stolen from Pinterest. This one, I didn't steal directly, but I've seen a lot of things like it, so it's not original at all, but I actually really liked it. It's because this was while I was living in Illinois at the time. It was the first time I had seen fireflies before, and there were hundreds. I've never seen anything like it, being from California. I mean, I'm not saying California doesn't get fireflies, but at least where I lived, they didn't. So I was really inspired by them, and I actually kind of like the way they turned out. I really like this. I want to do more pine themes. This theme is really special to me. This was the month before I moved to Scotland, and I took a train because I hate planes. I mean, if you can see this is a skyline of LA with a little plane taking off to commemorate the very first time I took a plane ride, but I don't enjoy flying for the most part. I get really scared, really anxious. So I decided not to take a plane to LA. I was gonna take a train, and it took 2.5 days to get from Chicago to LA, but it was a great experience. I would do it again. And so this was my kind of train travel theme for August of 2021. And I really like how it came out. Of course, ACOTAR was the book I chose to depict here because your girl's obsessed. I loved this. I did just a little spread of pictures from, I don't actually think this was all of the states. I'm missing one or two, but this was my my trail from Chicago to LA, and these are just some Polaroids that I took on the way there. This and this, I'm pretty sure I took from Amanda Rach Lee's travel setup, so maybe I'll link that one down below too. And then on these next weeklies, I drew places that mean the world to me back home. The Hollywood sign that I've been to 1,000 times. Copa Vida is in Pasadena, and it's one of my all-time favorite cafes. So is the Iliad Bookshop. It's one of my favorite bookshops in North Hollywood. It's blue now. Don't know how I feel about that, but it was red at the time that I drew this. This is the Getty Museum in LA. And this is the tram to get to the Getty, and this is the 405. These next few pages, I don't think I'm going to show. These are just kind of journal entries with Polaroids of my day. I spent quite a bit there. Okay, I will say this picture is really special to me because it's at another one of my favorite coffee shops that no longer exists. Because of COVID, it shut down, and I was devastated, absolutely gutted when I learned that. So this means so much to me because I will never be able to go there again. And that just breaks my heart. That's LA, I think. Coming into the next spread. And this is the month I moved to Scotland. It's a thistle theme, obviously. Ooh, I really like this mood tracker. I think this was one of the first mood trackers I did in completion, and I love the way it looks. So I want to do more. I mean, I guess all mood trackers and habit trackers are interactive just by virtue of being trackers, but I want to do more like this. Ooh, so this spread I also really like. If you know the artist Lithian. This was tissue paper from one of her purchases that I made, and it was so cute I didn't want to throw it away. So I decided to use it in an October spread, kind of Halloween-y, kind of celestial. I love her. What should I name her? She needs a name. She's cute. Oh, this spread. I might like my 2021 journal better than my 2022 journals. November was Dark Academia. I really want to do a spread like this again and film it. This was so fun to do. This was my all-time favorite in this bullet journal. I did little replicas of famous paintings. How cool would this have looked if I had just gotten my crap together and been consistent? This is at least complete. This is a little library organizer. Migraine tracker, because your girl is prone to those. To migraine or not to migraine? Wow, I hated the way this came out when I first did it last year, and looking at it now, I actually kind of like it. I think books are one of my favorite things to draw. Therapeutic. Books and plants. This spread I hate. I kind of hate everything about this. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to at all. I had such a vision, and for some reason I failed. I just really failed. What is that? What is that? I do kind of like the mini townhouses in the corners, but eh. And at this point, well, that's cute. At this point though, no, I keep saying that. Okay, at this point, I was so over it, I didn't even do the next weekly. Here it is, the next week, and everything I wanted to do, and that was that. And then I think back here I had pen swatches and stuff. So, that is 2021. Again, I'll link this down below if it's still available. I'll be doing another video for 2022 bullet journal flip through, obviously, and then I'm gonna do my 2022 reading journal flip through, and that's gonna be fun because I kind of like the spreads. So I'll see you next time, very soon.